Hello and welcome to www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. And here we are at the big day, the day that we've been speaking for a couple more days from the start of this tournament. It's the big final, the final of the boys category under 19 International Basketball Championships. Asian International School taking on Gateway College Colombo. And on your screen right now, both the teams shaking their hands and getting ready for the big game. I have the team names of the Asian International School with me, starting off with Damshika Piasena, Shravan Ravi, Tahir Akbar Ali, Arnold Bread, Nelson Baek, Bevan Samuel, the skipper, Srinal Pereira, Shamatka Seniviratna, Hasita Pereira, the defensive stalwart of the Asian International School, Vinushka Sanasgama, Stefan Pereira, Turit, Habu Tantri will fill the final slot in the team card for AIS. And their opponents, the guys dressed in black, Gateway College Colombo, starting off with M. Romesh Fernando, Joshua Fernando, Sapta Amar Vikrama, Ranul Jayasingha, Nichula Lianage, Pasan Lianage, Drovin Patirage, Hirun Ratnayaka, Shanuka Chandasoma, Yaran Karanayaka, Steve Fernando, and Sasindu Egoroge will fill the final slot in their team card as well. It's all set to start the finals here. Both the teams having the final warm-up session, just taking some shots off the board and the ring. AIS, of course, stepping into this game as the favorites. They're already the double champions for this year, winning both the public national schools tournament and the tournament organized by the Sri Lanka Basketball Federation. And they were the runners-up in the All-Island National Tournament, which is organized by the Education Ministries as well. So they're having a really good run so far in this year, and this is the final tournament for them in the basketball calendar, the International Basketball Championships, and they are ready to take on the fight with Gateway College Colombo. Gateway College Colombo, of course, are coming into this game as the underdogs in comparison to the AIS team. AIS is very strong in all their parts. Tahir Akbar Ali, skipper Bevan Samuel, Hasita Pereira, who is a really good player, who is in sublime form throughout the basketball calendar for this year. He is their defensive stalwart. He will etch those rebounds, he will get those second chances, and also he will be scoring points at crucial times for his outfit. He is a game changer. And of course, Tahir Akbar Ali, one of the main key players of the AIS outfit, a player to watch out for today. He is one man who can go into that defense, lies into that defense, and make them count, turn those possessions into points at the scorecard. And Bevan Samuel, the silent assassin of the AIS outfit, he is really good in calming things down. Captain Cole, of course, he is a very silent player. He doesn't take much pressure off from the game. He will handle it carefully. An experienced campaign as well. Tahir and Beban. Hasida, of course, the third man joining into that experienced campaigners list on the AIS side. And speaking about Gateway College, Nichula Lianage shifting jerseys from St. Peter's to Gateway this time around. He's a really good player, future generation of Sri Lankan basketball. A really good player who has each and every factor which will make a good basketball player. He has height, he has pace, and he has talent within him to switch the nets and bring them on. And Sapta Amar Vikrama, Pasan Lianage, Joshua Lee, Romesh Fernando, the starting five for Gateway College, are in form. They've been playing really good minutes of basketball in this game, in this tournament throughout, and they beat Colombo International School, the Colombo branch, yesterday in their semi-final, while AIS beat Colombo International School Kandy branch in their semi-final. Both the teams beat either of their opponents in the semi-finals with double-figure margins. So they are coming into this game without much pressure, and we can promise you a good game of basketball, a good quality game of basketball, a competitive game of basketball. Both the teams are highly matched with height, speed, and talent. Sapta Amar Vikrama is one player who is really good in his ball handling, and he can handle the game very well together with Pasan Lianage. Pasan Lianage, of course, will create plays after plays for Gateway College, and Nichula Lianage, the finisher for Gateway. He is the person who will be doing the most important job, finishing those possessions at the ring. And you cannot keep off Joshua Lee and Romesh Fernando, two good post players who could really etch those rebounds. Well, they have Hasita on the AIS side, they have Nichula Tahir on the AIS side, and they have Nichula Sapta and Pasan on the Gateway side. So yes, it is a highly matched game considering both the sides. It's all ready to start the final here. And if you're just joining us live from anywhere around the globe, it's www.thepapare.com, Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub. Bringing the action live from British Indoor Basketball Complex right to your doorstep. The big game, the boys' final of the International Basketball Championship 2015. The final team huddles for both the teams. Referees are set with the ball. Gateway College making final plans and strategies to overcome the double champions so far for the year 2015. AIS Colombo will step into this game as the favourites without a doubt. AIS naturally takes their time to settle into the game during the first quarter, but they would definitely not do that in this game. Gateway is a side that you would not want to give a chance and test it out. They will capitalize on your res. They are in hunger for this victory. The final tournament of the school's basketball calendar for these boys. B Division and C Division tournaments are coming up next week and weeks to follow, but these boys would not be playing them. The A Division Basketball Girls Tournament is currently underway at Good Shepherd Convent in Kotahena. A lot of basketball happening during the month. Of course, you can catch them all live and exclusively on ThePapare.com. Updates, scores, reports, match photos on ThePapare.com. Well, coming back into today's game, it's all set here. The final team huddles are done. It's a good crowd here on a Saturday evening at the Indoor Basketball Complex of British School, cheering both the schools. AIS, of course, one of the famous sports at school, and Gateway, without doubt, they would want their team to win this and take this trophy back home. AIS first string, walking into the court, Damshuka Piasena, Tahir Akbar Ali, Hasita Pereira, Bevan Samuel, and it will be Srinal Pereira who fills the final slot in the first 5 of the Asian International School. They will start off proceedings for them. The boys dressed in white, which I'm talking about. And of course, Gateway College is yet to find their way into the court. One final team huddle again for them. Coach making sure they get stuff right. Pasan Lianage, Romesh Fernando, Joshua Lee, Sapta Maravikrama, and Nichula Lianage. The first 5 for Gateway making their way into the courts, walking in between their opponents. Nichula and Hasita will contest for the traditional jump ball start. Of course, reminding you about the injury that Hasita Pereira is going through. He will be playing very carefully, but he would not want to take anything away from this as well. Hasita wins the jump ball for Tahir. AIS has possession. The first position of the International Basketball Finals boys category as we speak. Tahir slices through and finds Srinal on the left post. He switches the net and draws first blood for AIS. 2-0. AIS leading the game. Gateway in possession. Pasan looking for options. Sapta finds Nichula on the post and Pasan drives through the lane but intercepted by AIS. Joshua Lee finds touch on the second chance. 2-all. Crowd loves it already here. 1 minute gone and it's 2-all. The game is squared. Ball with Tahir. Possession for AIS. Bevan Samuel slices through the defense. Back-to-back possessions for Srinal Pereira. Bevan finds Srinal on the post. Good play by the AIS boys. Good offensive strategy to start off the game. Lee finds Pasan to Sapta. Sapta finds Nichula on the post. Sapta drives. Nichula takes the post move. Swisher the net. 4-4 head-to-head. Intense start by both the teams. It's the finals of the International Basketball Championships. This time around, Hasita misses the shot, but Srinal with the rebound makes a miss of it. Pasan Lianage in position for Gateway. Looking for options, finds Sapta on his right. Sapta finds Nichula, and Nichula does no mistake in switching the nets. Getting the lead back on Gateway. It's a 2-point edging out lead, I would say 6-4. Bevan Samuel, skipper for AIS, finding Damshika, coming for rescue. Damshika is under pressure, hounded by the defense of the Gateway. Bevan decides to slice to the defense, does well as he lays it in the middle lane. Nichula Lianage to Lee. Lee, defense by Bevan Samuel. Pasan Lianage, looking for options. Defense by Damshika Piasena. Sapta finds his way, but just off the board and draws a foul onto him. He will be on the line for 2 free throws, the first couple of free throws in this game. The International Boys Final. 6-6. Sapta finds touch in the first time effort. 7-6. Gateway leading this game by a point. 3 minutes gone in this quarter already. Does well, 2 out of 3 free throws for him. It's 8-6. Tahir Akbar Ali in possession for AIS. Damshika Pearson comes on the left, but Tahir decides to get into Bevan, the skipper. Ball back with Tahir. Hasita ready for the post move. Hasita goes across the D, but intercepted by Lee. Lee on the fast break. 3-on-1 situation, but he decides to take the mid-range jumper and fails. Hasita with the rebound there. Tahir in possession. Gateway boys switching back to defense. Way pass through Sapta into the ring, but fails to convert it into points. Srinal with the rebound. Doesn't find luck, but draws a foul of Romesh Fernando. Srinal will be on the line for the first couple of free throws for AIS. Clifford, good afternoon.
Oh, fantastic game. Good start. Both the teams. Beautiful pace here. Nicely composed and highly focused. What a game. Big contrast to compare to the girls' finals. But highly competitive. Look at that. Beautiful rebound there by Lee. Well, it's 8-6, but you can't separate these two teams. Still in the early stages. 3.5 minutes gone in the first quarter. Looking for that pass. And that space down the baseline. What a shot. Beautiful finish. Can't stop these lads. Nicely executed. A chance for AIS to bounce back. Well, there's a tussle going on. Just down the baseline. Romesh versus Hasita. So Hasita got the better of it. So it's an offensive. So Romesh was trying to unsettle Hasita, but Hasita draws that foul. But this time bent. Unsuccessful attempt. Lee to Pasan. Beautifully worked. Going for that three-pointer once again. Misses it. Cleanly rebounded there by AIS. Waiting for support. Oh, they shouldn't leave their player like that. Good defense. Good defense. Unfortunate to be called for a foul. That was a clean tap on the ball, but his arm was across. So he goes in as blocking. So it's 10-6 is the score. In fact, 11-6 is the score. Gateway College leading. Damshika, Tahir. Tahir looking for Samuel. Bent on his right, but Samuel opts to go on his own. Beautifully defended. What a block. What a block. Nicely done there by Pasan. Gateway is very much settled. They're trying to look for that gap, working that around. Well, fantastic. Well, they are playing like pros. That's the beauty of it.
Indeed, Clifford, both the teams settling early into the game. Nichula. Intercepted by Tahir. He has a free lane and a free shot. Does well to get 2 points under the name. 11-8, 5 minutes remaining in this quarter. Pasan Lianage with the ball for Gateway. Looking for options, hounded by the defensive Damshika. Good defense there by the IS lads. Really good defense. That's Brent with the ball on the left lane. Sapta rejects once again, but unfortunately called off for another foul. Good piece of effort by the youngster there. And a timeout by the Gateway lads.
It's a bit of a surprise call. Gateway is leading. They had the momentum. And apparently Gateway coach has decided to call in for a timeout. And maybe he identified that AI is settling into the game as well. So maybe he wants to change the game plan. Could be a good move. This is what you call positive thinking and playing and pressing it from the beginning. The word go. They are leading 11-3. But still they want to take that time out and they want to reorganize. Beautifully done there by that block, Pasan Lianage. Well, Lalam, you tell me, Hasit is the key player for AIS.
Well, Hasita has been the man for AIS. I've been watching these games from the start of this tournament and he has been really good in both defense and offense. He etches those rebounds every time. He blocks them out, and the most important point is that he scores at crucial points. He manages to feed the ball to the other players. He manages to get on with those post moves and finish them perfectly at the ring and score points. And Hasita will be one man. The Gateway defense will be looking out if they can block him away. And that's the end of the first time out, which was called by the Gateway coach. The players will take their positions back on the court once again. Damshika Piasena with the inbound pass. Poor passing there. Gateway will get possession. Joshua Lee to Pasan Lianage. Pasan in possession for Gateway. Calling off for offensive play. Hounded by the defense of Damshika. Finds Lee on the right. He cuts to the defense. And draws a foul. Hence, the possession will return from them. Lee with the inbound pass, looking for options. Finds Nichula. Nichula, hounded by the defensive Tahir, takes the shot outside the arc. No luck there. Aya balls it, but Pasan with the rebound. Intercepted by Stefan. Sapta coming into the defense, putting pressure on Stefan, but Stefan manages to retain possession and Damshika tries a shot. Mid-range jumper, fails. Gateway in possession. Lee slowing things down. Pasan Lianage looking for options once again. Damshika Piasena on the defense. Finds Nichula on his right, on his left. Nichula pump fakes. Finds Lee. Lee tries his luck. Fails off the ring. Rebounded by Nichula. Called off for a traveling violation. Unfortunately, Nichula will have to give back possession, causing a turnover. Tahir Akbar Ali in possession for AIS. Damshika Piasena is moving around but Tahir finds Bevan Samuel, the skipper. He tries to switch the nets, fails. Lee with the rebound and on the counter with the fast break. Finds his luck, beautifully executed once again. Joshua Lee, he has been doing a lot of talking in this quarter. 13-8, 3 minutes to go. Gateway leading the game. Tahir Akbar Ali in possession. Slices through the defense. Manages to draw a foul of Joshua Lee. He will be on the line for 2 free throws. Pretty intense quarter here. Both the teams capitalizing on the errors of either sides. They are not ready to give anything out. Damshika Piasena will take the inbound pass. Bevan Samuel, the skipper, in possession. He goes through the middle lane and does well. Connects this time. 13-10, cuts the lead back to 3 points. Pass on Lianage in position for Gateway. Hounded by the defense of Brent and Damshika, but goes to the defense and draws a foul. Pass on Lianage will be on the line for 2 free throws. Passan fails. 2 out of 2 free throws gone. Tahir Akbar Ali once again in position. Goes through the middle lane. Does not find luck this time. Hasita tries to get the rebound. Bad luck, Hasita. He tries to get the ball, putting it back on Romesh, but referee decides otherwise. Passan Lianage in position for Gateway. Finds Joshua Lee. Tries to drive off a screen, but hounded by the defense and called off for a traveling violation. Pressure on Gateway right there in that position. Tahir advancing into the front court. Hasita on a screen for Lee. Hasita with the ball. Finds Skipper outside the arc. Skipper drives. Intercepted by Nichula Lianage. 2-on-1. Beautiful fake. What a move there. What a beautiful move by Nichula Lianage. 2-on-1 situation, and he makes no mistake in scoring. 15-10. 2 minutes remaining. 5-point lead for Gateway. Damshika Pearson on the counter fails. Nichula with the rebound. Goes for a hook shot. Misses this time. Bevan Samuel, the skipper, with the rebound. Advancing into the front court. In the break. Does well. He is playing his game very silently. Easing off the pressure. 15-12 lead cut back to 3 points once again. Pass on Lianage. Finds Lee. Lee gets the jump shot off the roll off, but just bad luck. Ball just coming out of the ring. Tahir in position. Skipper to Damshika. Damshika tries his luck outside the arc. Finds his luck. Connects. 15 all. Equal figures on the scoreboard now. With just under 5 minutes remaining in the first quarter. What a game it has been. AIS bouncing back into the game. Hassan looking for options. Finds Nichula in the high post. He tries to pass the ball for Sapta, who drived in the baseline, but just got intercepted by the defense. 15 all. The game has been squared. What a game it has been. Tahir in possession. Tries to go through the defense, but I would suggest he just pass the ball around the perimeter and let the other players settle down as well. Basketball is, after all, a team game. Bevan Samuel in possession. The skipper. What will he do? Takes the mid-range jumper. Fails off the board. Rebounded by AIS. Draws a foul on the second chance. Stefan will be on the line for 2 free throws. Just under 50 seconds remaining in the quarter. 15 all. Can Stefan get back the lead onto the AIS outfit? He does well. Gets the lead back with a point. 15-16. One more chance. Can he up the score by another point? Fails this time. Nichula comes to the rebound. AIS leads the game with a point. Passan Lianage in possession. One final possession, maybe. 20 seconds odd on the clock for the final quarter. And a foul. Gateway will have possession. And as we speak, substitution is coming up. With just 18 seconds to go, Joshua Lee will find his seat back on the bench, while Steve will fill his slot. Steve Fernando will fill his slot on the court. Intercepted bravely by Bevan Samuel, the skipper. Tahir with the ball. One final possession for Gateway, 15-16. They are leading the game by a point. Bevan Samuel is outside the arc, drives through the middle lane. Tries for a Navarro shot. Just goes off the ring, but draws a foul. He's on the line with 4 seconds to go. Couple of free throw chances for this man. One hell of an experienced campaigner. Lot of experience, tons of experience under his belt. Does well in the first time and does well in the second time as well. 15-18, 3-point lead for AIS. And that's the end of the first quarter. 15-18, what a game it has been so far. AIS leading with 3 points. Clifford, what do you think?
What a fantastic quarter. Both the teams full of energy from the word go. They've been displaying some beautiful basketball. And if you look at Gateway, well, they had the lead. But then again, they were slightly complacent and they were too comfortable in that position, having that 3 points lead, but unable to close that with that quarter. But unfortunately for them, they lost out on that lead. But on the other hand, for AIS, well, it was a good confidence boost because they're going into the second quarter with a lead. So trailing down from 3, and now they are leading by 3, which means they had a 6 points run, which is a good score, in fact, to go into the quarter.
Indeed, Clifford. Gateway being on the back foot for a while. 15-18 is the score from here. AIS leading. If you're just joining us live, it's the finals of the boys category in the International Basketball Championship 2015. The clash of the Titans, Gateway College Colombo taking on AIS. Live pictures brought to you by Sri Lanka's #1 sports app, www.thepapare.com. It's the first quarter break. And the Gateway coach will have a lot of talking to do, a lot of replanning during this break. They are doing everything right. They just have to make sure to keep up the consistency in their defense and offense. It's been the free throws that swept the fate of the game for AIS. Bevan, Samuel and Stefan, who switched the nets during those 4 attempts of free throws, was the turning point in the first quarter, which swept the lead back into the game. So free throws are very valuable. Free throws can change the game at any given time in a game of basketball. The referees are set for the start of the second quarter. Final team huddles for both the teams. AIS, of course, coming off a bit of a psychological advantage, leading this game by 3 points. They would want to continue it into the halftime as well. The offense does flow naturally. They have to make sure that they don't leak many points in their defense. They are the favorites stepping into this game. But Gateway, you cannot underestimate the Gateway lads. They have a very good team matched with everything, height, pace, talent. You name it, they have it. Gateway will have first position. Pass on Lianage. Looking for options. Lee back on the court. Steve Fernando is back on the bench. Lee drives off a screen, takes a roll off. Tries to switch the net. Fails. Brent with the rebound for AIS. And Tahir Akbar Ali will advance into the front court. He will drive through the middle lane. And what a layup it was. I please say. Adds 2 more points for the AIS outfit. 15-20, 5-point lead. Nichula Lianage finds his luck outside the arc, fails. Off the ring. Bevan Samuel on the board. Finds support. Damshika Piasena pass it back to Bevan Samuel as he does well to finish the fast break. 4 points scored already by AIS. Pasan tries his luck. A bit of a nervous shot there by Pasan. Not the best of the decisions you can make right now. 7-point lead for AIS. Gateway in possession. Pasan looking for options for the inbound pass. Finds Sapta just outside the arc. Sapta to Nichula. Defense by Damshika Tahir. Hasita intercepts. And he is fouled on the fast break by Pasan Lianage. Both the teams are into this game. They want to take this championship back home, so they won't give any chances. Bevan Samuel, the skipper, with the ball for AIS, drives through the middle lane. Defense very well by Sapta and Pasan. Sapta is on the break. One-on-one situation. Finds Romesh for support just near the post. Romesh does well to finish the executed possession. Tahir Akbar Ali on the counter. Finds Hasita on the left post. Hasita versus Romesh. Romesh gets a better fit. But Hasita with the rebound. Bevan Samuel outside the arc. Damshika Pearson tries his luck. Fails. Air ball say Joshua Lee with the rebound. Lee advances into the front court. Defense by the skipper of the AIS. Bevan Samuel finds Romesh Fonseca. Takes his shot outside the arc on the run. Not best of the decisions you can make, but Tahir is on the break. Does well this time. Even with 3 Maple defending him. That is the caliber of a player he can be. He can take you on anytime. Joshua Lee driving off a screen. Good double team defense there. But Joshua Lee is in form. You cannot stop this man. You just don't give Joshua Lee space. 19-24. Gateway leading so far with 3 minutes gone in this quarter. Bevan Samuel. He's been so predictable in that move, driving off the middle lane. Defense gets the better fit. Gateway on the counter. Lee, shot outside the arc, off the ring. Damshika Pearson with the rebound. Gets a foul of Sapta Amaravikrama.
Well, seems like Gateway is slightly losing their plot. Well, this is not how it should be. They had a good start and they had a good momentum, but they probably didn't capitalize on the mistakes by AIS. But on the other hand, AIS took almost every other opportunity what they got and they managed to score. But here, Lelum, what they have to do is Gateway right now. They have to really work on stopping Bevan Samuel and also Hasita and also, in fact, like Tahir. Those are the 3 players, those are causing the damage. But on the other hand, Lee should be a little bit more unsettled, or rather settled, because he's pretty much trying to take those shots. Well, if you look at the last 4 shots, out of 4, he only managed to score 1. So he should remember, like you earlier said, basketball is a team game, and there are another 4 more waiting. And I often saw Pasan Lienage is like, he's been free, but he's not been fed with the ball, because he's a guy like who has been running around. And he pretty much like unsettles defense, and he's doing it greatly. But the problem is he's not getting the ball. And also Nishula, he should focus more on the rebounding. But on the other hand, AIS, they're not making any mistakes, and their captain is playing brilliantly right now.
Could not have said it in a better way, Clifford. 3 minutes gone, and it's the end of the timeout, the first timeout in the second quarter. 19-24, AIS leading this game comfortably. They've put Gateway on the back foot. Gateway needs to come back into the basics of the game. They need to calm down their nerves, play the normal game. Tahir in possession for AIS. He drives through the middle lane and does really well this time. Clifford did say that you have to stop him because he's one man who's causing the damage.
Well, also, folks, what you have to notice is if you look at Gateway, they are overloading the right-hand side of the court, and you can see that even again, they are trying to do that. So it's pretty much evident they are trying to attack from one angle. But if you look at Asian International, Tahir is driving in from the left, and also you get Bevan driving in from right. So they are attacking from both angles. As we speak, there you go. That's the man, danger man I'm talking about. Tahir, everything, whatever he touches, turning out to be gold today. And also, if you look at Gateway, or rather AI's coach, that's Ajit Kuripu. He's actually a mastermind in basketball. He can read games and he can basically adjust offense and defense accordingly. And as we speak, AIS, they continue to score.
Indeed, Clifford. AIS has been testing the defense of the Gateway boys from both sides, just pushing them out of the comfort zone. Driving through the middle lanes, driving from either sides. Hasita Pereira, of course, Switching sides in air. Once again, a timeout in favor of the Gateway boys. The coach will have to do a lot of talking into the minds. 19:30. Gateway, they should come up with a high post player to stop the driving of Tahir, Bevan and Hasita, who's been causing a lot of damage during these minutes played. It's 11-point lead for AIS and a good crowd turn up on a Saturday evening to watch the finals of the International Basketball Championships, the big game. So far, AIS has been leading this game. They've settled themselves and they have capitalized on the errors of the Gateway defense. Just after the timeout, let's see what Gateway can do here, what new strategies they will be implementing. Joshua Lee advancing into the front court with the first possession after the timeout. Defends really well by Bevan Samuel, just cutting off his strong lane, the right lane. Joshua Lee straight after, under pressure. Very well defense by the AIS lads, but he gets a shot with the and one. Gutsy play there by Joshua Lee. But good piece of defense by the AIS lads as well. They're opting for a man-to-man defensive strategy. Lee is on the line for a couple of free throws. Does well. And he has 3 points with the and one, 22-30. Lead cut back to 8 points. Tahir in position for AIS. Damshika Piasena is running all around, but Tahir decides to go through the middle lane, starting from the left. Hasita with the rebound, Susha the net in the second chance. I did say he will etch all those rebounds, blocking off the other players. And he proves to be right. Sapta Amaravikrama in position, finds Lee. Defense by Bevan Samuel. Pasan Lienage now. Finds Nichula on the post. Fails this time, a bit of a nervous shot. Gateway College not being able to calm their nerves. Gateway College in possession. Pasan Lienage looking for options for the inbound pass. Finds Joshua Lee. Joshua tries to drive and takes the mid-range jumper, but I suggest he pass the ball around the perimeter and execute the offensive plans rather. Yeah, yes, we'll get possession right after turnover. Tahir. What will he do here? Finds Hasita on the post. Hasita fails this time off the ring. Defense by Brent. Brent back to Tahir. Second possession for AIS. Tahir fails this time. Rebounded by Lee. And he completes the possession with a full court layup, beating the defense. 2 more points added. 8-point lead for AIS, 24-32, 4 minutes remaining. That's Bevan Samuel, the skipper. You don't give space to that man. He's really good in his shooting as he swishes the net for another 3 points, 24-35. That's not what you have to do if you score points. You have to make sure you defense it out on the other end as well. You cannot leak points and win a game, but Sapta steps alternatively and finds way to the basket, 26-35. Nichula says, D up, come on boys. Yes, that is what you have to do. You have to put your hands up, go down and stop the feeding lanes. Damshika Piasena, more space. We were talking about high post. That's not happening and they have space just round the 2 elbows. Damshika Piasena swishing the nets from there. Pasan Lienage on the counter fails. Rebound by Hasita. He is on the break. He has support, Bevan, but he tries to go for the shot on his own and fails this time. Joshua Lee just taking a dive into the court of Hasita Pereira. 26-37. 7-point comfortable lead for AIS. 3 odd minutes to go in this quarter. Clifford.
37-26. AIS extending their lead, beautifully executing all their plans. But I would say if I'm in Gateway College coach's shoes, it's pretty much tough for me to evaluate how to organize a defense or maybe an attacking play, because this game is too fast. Because both the teams, they are attacking at a pace, and on the other hand, if you look at it, AIS, well, they are not missing those shots, and they have two people, or two players rather, taking those chances. That is their captain, Bevan, as well as Hasita, along with Tahir. All three of them executing their plans properly, and also Brent coming in for the rebounding support. So they are playing as one unit. But on the other hand, if you look at Gateway, well, we see often Nishula going in for the rebounds, but on the other hand, Joshua Fona and Lee, well, he should be passing the ball around. It's good that he's taking the shots, but what he's doing, it makes me feel like there's no any other people who is capable of shooting at Gateway. So therefore, he has to pass the ball around, create those gaps, because right now they have a good pace in the game. So what Gateway has to do is they have to slow down the game, break that momentum, work the ball around, create those gaps, go in. So right now they're not doing it. They're also trying to play, because they're trying to do a little bit of catching up game here. You can't blame them. 37-26, they are down. So they want to speed up and get that score. But it doesn't mean you have to play in the same pace your opponent is playing. So simply, all what you have to do is you have to break that momentum. And also you have to organize the defense. It's very unfortunate to see they score a basket and they come here and concede another basket. It doesn't work out like that in basketball. All what you have to do is you have to defend tight. And the moment you give that pace, or rather the space, that's good enough for a player who is really in form, like Bevan, to score. So that's the injured player who's been hoisted out, or rather carried out. That's Sapta Amaravikrama. He's been doing a lot of running in the court, covering a lot of ground. Unfortunately, he didn't get much of the ball, but he's been a big, or rather massive distraction for the defensive team. Well, these guys, they don't talk that much, AIS team, but then again, they know each other very well. So that shows the level of understanding they have. And they've been playing as a unit, like I said. So that's the beauty of it. So that's the outcome where right now they are leading 37-26.
Well, Gateway will be in a bit of a pressure as Saptamar Vikrama is facing off an injury, is getting treatment, being nursed. Steve Fernando will fill his slot on the court. Added pressure on Gateway side, and AIS will have first position right off the timeout. Bevan Samuel, the skipper. Once again, he drives off the middle lane, but fails this time. Nishula with the rebound. Tries to retain position. He says, let's slow down the pace. 3 minutes remaining. Hassan Lianege with the ball. ThePapare on the defense. Finds Nishula on the run. He does well to switch the nets. Slicing through the defense from the left side. A big gap there right between the post and the forward defense. Nishula capitalizing on it. Tahir finds Hasita on the other end, but he's called off for a traveling violation. Turnover, ball. Gateway in possession here. Steve Fernando, the new man, in for Saptamar Vikrama. Finds Pasan. Defense by Hasita. Steve Fernando. Defense by Brent. And Srinath intercepts this time. 2-on-2. Gateway defense coming back very well, and intercepted once again by Pasan. Good piece of defense by the Gateway boys there. Joshua Lee, he needs to pass the ball around, but he decides otherwise yet again, and just wastes the position right there. But Joshua Lee manages to turn them into points in the second attempt. 30-37 now, 7-point lead for AIS. Lead cut back to 7 points. Tahir finds Bevan. Bevan just outside the arc. Off the board. Defense rebounded by Srinath. Cannot offload the ball. Nichula on the counter. Take the shot. 2 points in. 32-37. 5. Lead cut back to 5 points. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Tahir in position for AIS. Bevan driving through the middle lane. Once again, Tahir driving from the other side. It's being a testing of defense for the Gateway boys. Tahir managed to draw a foul. And a timeout in favor of the AIS boys.
Well, this is the beauty I've been talking about. This is the strategy rather I've been talking about, where you have to slow down. So that is what Gateway did. They slowed down, where they found the gaps and they executed those moves very perfectly, and they managed to cut down the score margin. But on the other hand, AIS, well, this time if you look at Gateway defense, there were two players who is playing up front. They managed to block that gap between them, where Tahir, or rather Bevan, they were unable to drive in. So that is the gap I've been talking about. And also there was a post player who is playing here, because the player who was playing up front has been moved down, or rather shifted down to the middle. So as he's blocking that gap, and they're getting the rebounds as well. So that is the beauty of it, and that's the strategy. Very well executed, Gateway. But the challenge is now, the AIS coach Ajit Kurupu has called in for a timeout. So definitely he's got plenty of tricks up his sleeves. So they're going to come up with a different plan. Let's see how the challenge is going to be for Gateway.
Well, we shall see right now. It's the timeout is over. AIS players are making their way back into the court. Final team huddle for Gateway as well. Pasan Lienage, Romesh Fernando, Joshua Lay, Steve Fernando and Nichula Lienage on the court for Gateway. Gateway will be on the defense. Damshika Piasena. Bevan Samuel with the ball. This time he doesn't have a defender, but he fails just off the board. Drives straight away. Just unlucky right there, but Pasan Lienage on the counter. Passing it out to Romesh Fernando. Romesh finds Nichula for support, but Nichula doesn't do really well. Tahir advancing out to the front court. Damshika Piasena. The gap that we were talking about, it's open again, and Damshika takes the mid-range jumper right from there. Open shot for him. He makes no mistake in adding 2 more points. Under 1 minute to go in this quarter. Nichula Lienage, defense by Tahir Akbarari. Takes a nervous shot, fails, and Tahir on the move. In the break. Nichula Lienage tries to block him, but Tahir is called off for a foul. Good piece of defense for a travelling violation. Good piece of defense by Nichula. Pasan Lienage on the counter with just under 40 seconds to go in this quarter. Joshua Lay, defense by the skipper, Bevan Samuel. He has space. Fails to execute it in the first attempt, but does well in the second attempt with the under the basket shot. Tahir advancing into the front court right after. Goes through the middle lane, finds Brent in the post. Fails this time. Joshua Lay with the rebound. 2-on-1. Rejected by Bevan Samuel. Tahir with the ball. Right on money here. 2 seconds. Tries the shot just inside the arc. Airballs it and it ends the second quarter. And it's halftime. 34-39. AIS leading this game comfortably with 5 points.
Well, as we go into the halftime, it's 39-34. AIS leading still. But it was a good start by Gateway. But if you look at it, but then again, it didn't turn out to be their way. But the last 2 minutes, that was pretty much good for Gateway. They had a good run. So well, let's meet up soon after the halftime. And coming up next will be the third quarter. 34-39, AIS leading.
Speaking about ThePapare.com is available on all major social media platforms. We're a 24/7 news hub targeting national and international sports news. You can catch us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and of course on SoundCloud as well. The photographs published on the ThePapare.com Facebook page are available for purchase at reasonable rates. You can send your request email to editor@ThePapare.com, or you can simply call us on 077 333 0088. For ThePapare, the younger generation of sports, carrying out our responsibility for the future of Sri Lankan sports, a platform for the young, where the sports fervor of youngsters are highlighted. Photos and articles of the younger generation will be shared on www.facebook.com/ThePapare. And for all you guys at corporates and institutions, the ThePapare Lite is available. Is a social media platform covering the lighter side of sports. Sporting events of institutions, students, and corporates will be covered extensively. You can inform your event to editor@ThePapare.com. And again, once again, you can call us on our hotline 077 333 0088. It's halftime here at the International Basketball Championships. Boys category final, 34-39, comfortable 5-point lead for AIS. 3 more minutes to go in the halftime break. Stay tuned. We will bring the action live to you as soon as the game restarts.
Hello there and welcome back. You're watching the Under-19 International Basketball Tournament 2015-16. Well, this time it's organized by the British School in Colombo. And what you're witnessing right now is the big final that is being held at the British International School in Colombo, brought to you live and exclusively by ThePapare.com. Well, the teams in the finals are Gateway College Colombo and Asian International School Colombo. Well, Gateway was leading at the end of the first quarter. But however, when we go into the halftime, it's 39-34. AIS in the lead. Well, the second quarter is, in fact, the third quarter, or rather the second half is progress. And the captain, Bevan Samuel, with the ball. He was pretty much unstoppable in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, he's been driving. And that's what he's doing right now as well. But unfortunately, his support play, Hasita, has been called in for a traveling violation. Well, good to see Sapta back in the court for Gateway International. Well, Nishula driving forward, uncontested pretty much. Makes no mistake, 2 points, bang in. 36-39, good start for Gateway. Tahir looking for his partner. Bevan Samuel, the captain, going for that three-point attempt, successful. 3 points. Well, that's what happened when you give that space for a player who is in form. Makes no mistake. Took his time and a clean execution. Nishula. Well, he wants to repeat that fate. Unfortunate. But still, Gateway College with the ball. Good defense there by Bevan Samuel. Ramesh Fernando. Well, referee says too close there. Lee. Trying to find that gap in the baseline. Cannot. But Nishula. The shot was too much spin on it. So the ball pops out of the rim. Good long pass there. Chance for AIS to extend their lead. Not a clean execution. This time Sapta opting to go on his own. Good shot, but not a clean shot. Ball popped out of the rim. Nicely rebounded by Hasita. This time AIS trying to extend their lead. 42-36. Samuel again given that space. This time it's not a clean finish. Joshua Fernanda Lee had plenty of missed opportunities in the first half. And, well, slightly overexcited Pasan. Well, he has to run back to his defense. He's just simply out of the pack. This time, Tahir. Beautiful drive, but doesn't connect with the rim. So it was a loose ball. But referee had to give the benefit of the doubt to Gateway College. Pasan. Ramesh to Nishula. Nishula going for that shot once again, putting plenty of spin on it. And this time that spins inside. 2 points, 38-42. Gateway College, good start in their second half. They have to defend now. Once again, nicely defended. This time Nishula breaking free. Opting to settle down. Sensible decision there. Ramesh going for that three-pointer. Seems like a wild attempt. It is a wild one. Completely unintentional. Just throwing for it. Well, Pasan breaking fast with a foul. He goes in. He has to make sure those 2 points goes inside. Good fast break there. Turnover ball. AIS losing that ball and it was a free ball. Nicely intercepted by Pasan. Makes no mistake with the first one. 1 out of 1 for him. Well, 2 out of him. Nicely executed. 40-42. Well, the two playmakers of AIS, Bevan Samuel and Tahir, is playing on the right and the left flank as power forwards. Looking for that gap, sending it back this time. Bevan opting to go out, sending it back to Tahir. Unsuccessful three-point attempt. Rebounded by Nishula. He doesn't have support, but he decided to bring the ball forward on his own. Going for that two-pointer. Well, this is the mistake what Gateway has been doing in the first half. Joshua Lee has been doing that. Now it seems like Nishula is taking things to his own hand, trying to attempt each and every time he gets the ball. Doesn't work out like that, unless otherwise you have a good chance of taking that shot or you're under pressure to take that. Well, we can see pretty much a settled Joshua Lee in the second half. And Nishula goes for it this time. And they equal. 42 all. What a game. Well, AI is playing very slow. They have reduced the pace of the game. And Bevan makes no mistake. He goes it. Nicely executes it. He's a left-hander. Beautiful hook shot off the left. Pasan looking for that gap. Trying to go through. No, Romesh attempting that three-pointer. No rebounds here. You hope Gateway is not going to make the same mistake what they did in the first half. A good rebound there. Nishula, 2 against. Well. That's an offensive foul called. Before Nishula took off, the defensive player, if I'm not mistaken, it was Hasita. He was in place. He was stationed. So the foul called against Nishula. Okay, fresh legs in. Bevan hand. Hasita has been taken off. So let's see. Well, it's a 50-50 chance for both teams. Let's see whether AIS can make use of their fresh legs, or if not. Well. Nishula with a three-pointer. 45-44. Gateway leading again. Just over 4 minutes to go in the third quarter. Quick response there by AIS. Makes no mistake. Sends it back to Nishula. Spins it in. Too much of spin. And the ball was overlopped, I would say. But didn't lack direction. Good attempt. Unsuccessful. But however, resulting in a foul there. Trying to block the player who is trying to break fast. Again. Good defense. Good rebounding. Joshua Lee sends it to Pasan. Pasan Lianage back to Lee. Lee trying to drive. Stops and takes his trademark shot. Successful. 2 points added. 47-46. What a game this is turning out to be. Brilliant final. India International Schools Under-19 Basketball Championships. Live and exclusively on ThePapare.com. ThePapare. Well, Nishula breaking for us. Well, he's free. Can he go for it? 3 out of 3 for that boy. Number 6 in black. Nishula Lianage. Well, all I can say is AIS, they have adapted to a different game style in the second half. They had plenty of pace in the first half. But they have managed to, or rather decided to change the pace of the game. Probably that is not working out in their favor. Well, you can hear the cheers. Let's go, Gateway, let's go. Pasan to Nishula. Looking for that gap. Going for that shot from the Baseline. Beautiful jump shot. But doesn't connect properly. Tahir. Seems like pretty flat. Doesn't have a lob in that shot. There's a tussle going in between. Beautiful there. There's a mini battle between Gateway, Nishul of Gateway and Fernando of AIS. Traveling. Good call by the referee. Very good call by the referee there. 46-49, Gateway leading. Passan this time, opting to go on his own. Drawing a foul, Somesh. Well, holding, the referee calls in. Side ball for Gateway College. Oh, it's a good pass, Or rather, I would say it's a good fake by Passan. When Sapta fell for it. Foul. When the player is driving in, you can't put your leg in. You have to come and position yourself. Not a successful one. Missed 2 out of 2. Hope it's not going to cost. Okay. Well, some miscommunication. There. The clock is still a minute and 40 seconds to go. Probably they thought that's the end of the game. Missed opportunity once again. Now this shows the level of competition, but then again, chances being missed, it doesn't help both the sides. They have to capitalize on those things. Every time they get possession of the ball, they have to go for it. And seems like another bad fall there. And slightly a twisted ankle. Well, the information I get from Lelom, he's already playing with an injury. So it seems like he's a key player. If not, the coach wouldn't be employing an injured player. It's a crucial game. It's a finals. They all prayed for the championship and also they play for the pride. International Schools Under 19 Basketball Championships 2015-16. Less than a minute and a half to go. 49-46. Gateway College Colombo leading. Well, chance for AIS to reduce the deficit. So they have to play hard. So just to take you through the rest of the game or rest of this quarter, Zlalum.
The mighty Gateway come back. Gateway leading this game by... They were leading this game by 3 points, but the lead is cut back to 2 points as Bevan Samuel swishes the net on the other end with a 2-pointer. Passan Lianage in possession for Gateway. Finds Nichula. Take the shot, but dreams off for a travelling violation. Gateway AIS will retain possession right after the turnover ball. Just under 1 minute to go in this crucial third quarter. What a comeback by Gateway College it has been. We were talking about the team game and they have clicked through. They have come back really well. Put the pressure right back on the AIS boys as Bevan finds Somesh on the post, but Somesh fails to finish that position perfectly. Hence Gateway will have possession. 49-48, 1 point lead on Gateway. 30 seconds go. Romesh on the line. just outside the arc, finds his lock. Beautiful three-pointer. 52-48 extends the lead by 4 points with 20 seconds to go in this game. What a comeback by Gateway College. They've been doing it right in this quarter. Defense, offense, you name it. They've been doing it right. That's the skipper. AIS on the counter but fails just off the ring. 2-on-1 finds Nichula, finds Sapta for support. Sapta misses it though, but he gets a foul. And Gateway will retain position for the last 4 seconds in the third quarter. 52-48, 4-point lead for Gateway. Nichula tries for the shot. Oh, it's just off the rim. And the whistle marks the end of the crucial third quarter. What a comeback by Gateway. 4-point lead for Gateway College Colombo. Coming off with a brilliant team game, passing around the perimeter, feeding the ball to each and every person, making sure every player attempts the shot. Sapta, Amaravikrama, Pasan, Lianage, Nichula, Lianage, the three players who've been doing it for Gateway. And speaking on the perspective of the IS boys, they've been having a shaky defense, leaking a lot of points in the defense. They did come into the third quarter with a lead, and the defense did have a lot of spaces which the Gateway boys did capitalize. We are stepping into the final 10 minutes. It's going to be a good game of basketball. Clifford, do you think Gateway needs any re-strategizing?
Well, they have to organize their defense a little bit. The offense has been pretty much settled. There's no throwing around, because in the first half we saw often Joshua Lee. He's been taking the shots pretty much unsettled and even off balance. He didn't think of his teammates. But this time, in the third quarter, he was pretty much settled. And you saw the rest of the team playing. And they're playing as a unit when it comes to offense. And defending, they have to slightly organize the offense. They have to come up with a mechanism to stop Bevan Samuel. Because definitely, in the fourth and the final quarter, Bevan and Tahir, they're going to come out all guns blazing. They have to find a way to stop those two lads. Well, that's the only critical area they have to focus right now. But on the other hand, offense is pretty much nicely working out for them. And also, knowing Ajit Kurupu, he'll be implementing full court pressure in the final quarter, definitely, that's for sure. So they have to come up with a strategy for that as well.
Indeed, Clifford, there you go, Gateway boys. If you can tighten your screws in the defense, you have this game already in the bag. 52-48, 4-point lead. Ajit Kurupu will have a lot of instructions, a lot of words going out in the minds of the AIS boys. We shall see them implementing them right after this whistle. Pretty good crowd here supporting both the teams. It's the International Finals, brought to you live and exclusively on Sri Lanka's #1 sports hub, www.ThePapare.com. The final 600 seconds, to battle out for supremacy. Who will be crowned as the champions for the year 2015? Is it Gateway or AIS? We have 10 more minutes to decide for them to battle it out in the court. Well, the Gateway crowd loves it already. The 4-point lead, they're enjoying it well. And as Clifford said, the skipper Bevan Samuel and Tahir Akbar Ali will come with all guns blazing out this time. So it's all a matter of defending them. The Gateway boys, Sapta, Pasan, Nichula, Romesh and Joshua will have to come up with their A-grade performance if they want to win this game. Already, the defense is on. Bevan Samuel, as we said, he's trying to run down in the middle lane. Joshua Lee intercepts with the backhand. Goes for the shot with the roll-off. What a shot. He scores the first 2 points for Gateway, 54-48. So far, so good for Gateway. Tahir Akbar Ali slowing things down. Finds Bevan Samuel, the skipper. Defense by Sapta Maravikrama. He has space right at the end and swishes the net. But he draws a foul on his drive. He will be on the line for a couple of free throws. That's what we were talking about in the quarter time break. Bevan Samuel will drive in this quarter. Is really good at what he does. He's really good at swishing the nets. 1 out of 1 free throws for him. He has one more chance to cut the lead back for 4 points. 9 minutes remaining 2 out of 3 free throws. Cuts the lead back to 4 points. The AIS skipper is on fire. Passan Lianage in possession. Finds Sapta on his left. Nichula on the post. Comes outside the arc. Spreading the defense. He takes matters onto his own hands and solves it really well. Lead extends to 6 points, 56-50. AIS out of luck so far. Damshika Pearson on the counter for a 3-pointer. He should have not, he did have the open shot, but he should have passed the ball around the perimeter and wait for the loophole in the defense to drive in. Bevan Samuel, the skipper, outside the arc, tries his luck. Fails off the ring. Bevan, Brent with the rebound, finds Bevan again. Defense by Saptamara Vikrama, drives in the middle lane. Deemed off a foul. He will be once again on the line. These free throws are, he won't be on the line. The ball will be taken just outside. Samuel once again off the ring. 2 out of 2 possessions without a score. Tahir for the 3rd possession. That's Brent trying his luck once again outside the arc. Too many 3-pointers and not connecting. They need to pass the ball around and get the offense click through. Passan Lianage tries his luck, fails. Saptamara Vikrama with the rebound to Joshua Lee. Drives off the lane. Damshika Pearson, the short man with the rebound. Tahir Akbar Ali. Intercepted by Passan Lianage. 1-on-1 for him. Does really well. 8-point lead now for Gateway. Pressure on the AIS boys. And a timeout in favor of AIS. Ajit Kurupu will be furious. He will have a lot of words coming into this. Not what we expected from AIS, Clifford.
Well, a lot to learn in the second half, I would say, because the game has completely changed. The momentum has changed. Well, as usual, it's unlikely, because when a team is usually having a good momentum, the others tend to break it. But here, what AI has done is, while trying to break that, they have fall for it, in fact, as well. So that's unusual. But I'm sure they have plenty of ammunition in their bags, and they will come out strongly in the final quarter. But on the other hand, it's all going good for Gateway, isn't it? Because if you look at Passan, and you look at Nishula, you look at Romesh, and you look at Sapta, everybody's contributing. They are clicking as a one good unit, and that's producing results for them. And look at that scoreline, 58-50. They were trailing by 3. In fact, they were trailing by 4. Then again 3. They were leading by 3. Again, they were trailing. Now they are leading by 8. So it's a big turnaround of events here. And that's the beauty of this game. It's a big final, and the players are living up to it. And the spectators are here. It's awesome atmosphere. And all what you get to see from home is live and exclusively only on ThePapare.com. Well, that's the beauty of it. We bring you each and every sporting event in the country. And what excites me the most is this biggest final. And these guys are not only playing for the championship, they're playing for pride as well.
Gateway College turning tables around in these last 2 quarters. Romesh Fernando, Joshua Lee, Sapta Amar Vikrama, Nichula Lianage making their way back into the court, filling the positions in the defense. AIS will have possession right after the timeout. Let's see what the mastermind Ajit Kurupu has instructed them. Let's see whether they can carry out the doctor's instructions. Tahir in possession for AIS, 58-50, 8-point lead on Gateway, 7 minutes to go in the final quarter. Tahir finds Damshika Piasena, tries to take the mid-range jumper on the baseline. Bad shot, fails. Joshua Lee in the counter. He's trying to slow proceedings down here. Passan Lianage. Gateway playing as one unit. Finds Joshua Lee once again. Joshua Lee has ample space on his right. And he gets a foul. Crowd loves it. His teammates loves it. Fouls can be very crucial at this point. 5 fouls, which means you will get free throws for each and every other foul committed after. Saptamara Vikrama with the inbound pass. Pasan Lianage rebounds the failed attempt. Nichula Lianage deemed off for a travelling violations. Pretty unlucky there. He was just too nervous. Tahir with the turnover ball for AIS 58-50. He finds Hasita on the post. A holding. Foul called off on Hasita Pereira. That's 4 fouls on Joshua Lee. One more foul remaining to him. Tahir Akbar Ali. Once again, travelling violation. 2 travelling violations in back-to-back possessions. Not good signs for either of the team. They need to stop committing turnovers. It's the final quarter. And it's the final. You have to give it all here. Pasan Lianage slowing things down. Gateway has the lead. They just need to maintain consistency here. Looking for options. Pasan Lianage. 2-minute dribbles. And a foul and a turnover. As we speak, a substitution will come in for AIS. Srinal will make his way back to the court while the injured Hasita will find his way back on the bench. Tahir with the ball finds Srinal and an offensive foul just as he made his way back to the court. Not good signs for the youngster. Ajit Kurupu won't be happy. That is not what he wanted in sending that player in. Pasan Lianage. Saptamara Vikrama finds Romesh Fernando. Fernando beats the defender. Takes a 3 but misses it. Tahir on the counter. 2-on-1. Gutsy play but unlucky there. Just off the ring. Bevan Samuel, the skipper, rebounding. Tahir once again with the play. Does really well with the under the basket. Cuts the lead back for 6 points and he has 6 minutes remaining in this quarter as well. Joshua Lee in possession. What will he do here? Beautiful fake, but just airballs it. Srinal with the rebound. Brent on possession. Finds Damshika Piasena. He drives through the baseline. Swishes it. And then and one. What a play. Back-to-back scoring possessions for AIS. And they have cut the lead back for 4 points. This is what basketball is all about. 4-point lead for Gateway, 58-54. 4 fouls for Pasan Lianage as well. And a timeout for Gateway. Strategical timeout, just breaking momentum. During the last 2 possessions, AIS have been on top of the cards. 55-58. As AIS switches that last 3-pointer to that last free throw as well. 5 more minutes remaining. Gateway, a bit of pressure on the Gateway. What do you think Gateway will do here, Clifford?
Well, last passage of play, I would say, last couple of minutes, I would say it's not about Gateway, it's about AIS. And if you look at Ajit Kurupu, I've told you he's got plenty of ammunition. He'll come a completely different thing. And mostly, if you look at Gateway players, they've been keeping Tahir and Beban quiet. They've been focusing on the defense. But in the meantime, you saw Danshika is coming into play. And look at that final layup, right, with that powerful drive and drawing a foul. So that is the beauty of it, because they have plenty of players who are capable of coming out and delivering. So they are keeping it. And they probably, ran the first 3 quarters with Tahir and Beban. But Tahir and Beban, even under pressure, they can deliver. So the rest of the players, now it's time for the rest of the players to come and contribute, and that is what exactly happening with the AIS. But Gateway, they have to focus on their defense. The offense is perfect so far. No fouls. No opportunities given away. So they have managed to score on most of the occasions. But on the other hand, giving away fouls is not going to happen. And it's very crucial. Pasan is on 4 fouls, and he's got only 1 left, and another 5.5 minutes to go.
5.5 minutes to go, 58-55, 3-point lead on Gateway. They need to tighten their screws in defense, while AIS, they have to put their hands up together, click as a team, and continue the momentum. Gateway in possession. Joshua Lee looking for options, finds Pasan. Pasan goes through the right side, drives through with his left hand up. Nichula with the rebound, takes the mid-range jumper. Air ball saved. Damshika Pearson with the rebound. Ramesh Fernando putting a hand into it. Stopping the fast break. But AIS will retain possession here. Full court man-to-man defense by Pasan Lianage here. Bevan Samuel driving off the middle lane. Tries to pass it out. Nichula intercepts. Nichula 3-on-1. 3-on. Fails this time. Tahir Akbar Ali. And Nichula is down on the end with a cramp. A huge blow for Gateway. If he's gone, he's been a player who has been wearing dancing shoes on. He's down with a cramp, and Gateway will probably have to replace a player. It's a 58-57 now with 5 more minutes remaining, and it's 8-point lead for Gateway. AIS have made their way back once again into this game with those last 2 possessions just before the timeout, where they scored 2 points, and with the and 1, they made their way back. It's the International Basketball Finals, the boys category. Live and exclusively brought to you by Sri Lanka's #1 sports app, www.ThePapare.com. And Nichula is back on his feet. He wouldn't want to give this away. It's the final. They're playing for a championship, a valuable championship. Most of the players will be bidding farewell to their jerseys after this tournament. It's their last year in the school basketball fraternity. Just after timeout, Pasan Lianage with the ball for Gateway. 58-57, point lead. Ramesh Fernando out of luck in that 3-pointer. Tahir Akbar Ali double teamed by Sapta. Bevan Samuel tries to send a long pass, fails. Sapta Maravikrama looking for options, finds Hirun. He goes off the baseline, missing the under the basket. But he draws a foul there. And another substitution will come. Hirun will find his way back, while Nichula Lianage fills his slot in the court. He's back on the court right after that cramp. His coach and the players will be really happy. It's team fouls for Gateway, and Tahir will be having a couple of free throws on the other end. Tahir, 1 free throw can square the game. He would love to switch the nets right now. 5.5 minutes to go in this game. Misses on both the occasions, and 1-point lead on Gateway. Pushing foul. Hasita Pereira makes his way back in. Srinal finding his way back on the bench. Yes, substituting. Joshua Lee in position for Gateway. 4.5 minutes to go. A point lead for Gateway. Pasan Lianage finds Nichula on inside the day. Goes for the layup. Beautiful execution there. Team game. 60-57. 3-point lead now. Tahir Akbar with a powerful drive draws a foul. He will be on the line for another couple of free throws. Fails this time. He's been missing the last 3 free throws. Valuable points here. He can cut the lead back to 1 point, to 2 points rather. 4 out of 4 missed for Tahir. And the nightmare continues for AIS. Sapta Maravikrama with the ball. Pasan Lianage looking for options. Defense by Hasita Pereira. Joshua Lee to Ramesh Fernando. Passing around the perimeter here. Joshua Lee finding for options. Way off target and way off the arc. Bad shot selection. Hasita Pereira rebounding back to Tahir Akbar Ali. He goes way past Pasan Lianage, who was on the defense. He makes no mistake. Cuts the lead back to 1 point. 59-60, 3.5 minutes to go. Giving it all, the players. And a foul. Five fouls for Damshika Pearson. He will find his seat back on the bench. Gutsy play by the youngster there. Stefan will replace his position on the court. Joshua Lee, defended by Tahir. Passan, back to Romesh. He has an open shot. Off the ring. Joshua Lee with the rebound. Swishes the net on the second attempt. 62-59. 3-point lead with 3 minutes to go. Gateway. Right on money here. Bevan Samuel, open lane. Rejected by Nichula, but it's called off for a foul. Pretty unlucky there. Bevan will be on the line for a couple of free throws. The skipper, you need to make it. You need to connect these shots. Very crucial points. Tahir missed 4 out of 4 free throws. Bevan misses once again. Nightmare continues. If Tahir did have scored those free throws, the story would have been much different. And Bevan misses 2 out of 2 as well. Free throws not coming in. Gateway getting the advantage of it. Spread it out, man-to-man defense. But Nichula rejected by Hasita there. Joshua Lee, but back with the ball for Gateway. Romesh Fernando called off for a doubling violation. Nervous times. The Gateway coach instructing the players to settle down, to calm down. And a timeout. Fajit Kurupo, 62-59, 2.5 minutes to go. Clifford.
62-59 is the score. And AIS, they have to really pump up now because they got just under 3 minutes to go. They were leading in the first half. And, well, they have to make sure of the free throws as well, Elom, because each and every time they draw a foul, because that is going to be the game plan from now onwards for me. That is what I'm sure like Rajit Kurupi must be planning, because Team Gateway, they are in team fouls, 7 team fouls. So therefore, what will happen is each and every time they draw in a foul, they get 2 shots. So that is what they are going to take, because at that point, the clock will be stopped. So it's an advantage. So each and every time they get that, it's more or less like a bonus. So it's not a big lead, 62-59. Nothing you can write off for any teams right now. Nothing is over as yet. Just 2 minutes and 45 seconds to go. But on the other hand, it's going to be interesting to see, because it's obvious. You can't compromise on that. It's obvious AI is going to keep on attacking, keep on fighting for that winning point. But the important thing and most interesting thing I'm waiting to look forward for is what Gateway is going to do with that lead. How are they going to hold on to it, and how are they going to rather extend that? So that's a challenge for Gateway. But on the other hand, even if they keep their eyes closed and throw, they might get the points AIS, but it's a challenge for Gateway now.
The final 2.5 minutes in this game, in the finals, International Basketball Championships. Gateway leading this game comfortably by 4 points. 59-62. AIS will have possession. Passan Lianage is on the full court defense. He wants to put pressure right back. Tahir, Akbar Ali with the ball. Saptamar Vikrama defending, and Hasita fails. That's Stefan finding luck just outside the day. 62-61. Lead got back to 2 points. We did say that AIS will attack. It's a spread it out. It's half court press by the AIS defense. And a holding on foul. And another cramp. Passan Lianage is down now. Just 2.5 minutes to go. 62-61. Lead cut back to 1 point. Gateway leading this game by a point. AIS, as we said, will be attacking, will be testing the defense right now. They will want to give it all. Tahir, Akbar Ali, Bevan Samuel, and Hasita. They will attack. Hasita will want to edge all the rebounds. Bevan Samuel, of course, the famous thing he does, driving off the middle lane. The defense of the Gateway boys, they have to be careful. They have to make sure they don't give any space to the AIS players. That is not something that they can afford at this situation of the game. 62-61, a point lead, very crucial. Nothing is over as yet, as Clifford said. Pasan Lienege will be carried on to the bench of a cramp, and a substitution will come on. Huge blow for Gateway. He's a man who has been connecting passes with the other people. He's been feeding the ball, playing a decent game, decent minutes of basketball today. And also he has tons of experience. Experience is something that will come handy during this part of the game. It's Shanuka Chandrasoma who just replaced Pasan Lienege, and Shanuka will have a couple of free throws. 62-61. Fails during the first attempt. Still, Gateway leading by a point. Very crucial points for Gateway if they can switch the nets here. Fails, but Nichula comes, puts up his hand in the rebound, retains possession. He goes right around the arc, but deemed off a traveling violation. Unlucky, but it is also a bad decision. He should have settled down, passed it around the perimeter. You can't just blame them. It's the pressure, it's the final 2 minutes coming up to their sleeves. Tahir Akbar Ali driving off the middle lane. We were talking all about it. AI is attacking. It's a foul. It's side ball here. That's Brand trying his luck outside the arc. Joshua Lee on the counter for Gateway. Once again, Nichula is down with a cramp. Too many cramp issues for Gateway.
Well, the problem is it's the level of fitness, because often we saw Gateway players just holding on their legs and falling prey for cramps, in fact. And that shows the level of fitness. They are in a final. They should have been prepared well. And well, also if you look at Nishula, he's been playing throughout. And well, he's only 19 or rather 18. So it's a massive challenge for him. But then again, the Gateway coach should have given him a small rest, bringing the other players also when they had the lead. So that should have been a strategy to keep his player, the key player, refreshingly coming and giving his best in the final few minutes. It should have been the ploy, but then again, it was not the case for Gateway. The coach actually, I'm not blaming the coach, maybe well, I can't say they have a weak team. They are in the finals, right? You can't expect only 5 people to play and get their team to the finals. Definitely, like the rest of the team would have contributed. So I'm sure we would have had an equivalent, or rather somewhat fit or somewhat close to Nishula's capacity or potential, who can come and cover in at least for a couple of minutes. So that should have been the ploy, giving this little boy, or the young boy, a little bit of rest. So that's one of the reasons, the level of fitness. But on the other hand, if you look at AIS, Ajit Kurupu, who has been master of coaches in Sri Lanka, he rotates his players, and he did it very well, nicely executed. If you look at his captain, Bevan Samuels, and his key player, Tahir, and also Hasita, all 3 have been rotated. It's not they've been throughout in the court. So that is something that we have to take notice here.
Indeed, Clifford, it will be a pity to have both of your key players sitting on the bench in a final due to injuries or cramps. And it's a crucial time, just 2 minutes exactly to go down in the final quarter, and it's 62-61, a point lead for Gateway. Gateway is in desperate measures here. Fitness levels coming into play, testing the players all around. Gateway coach should have rotated his players, as Clifford said very rightly. He should have substituted more often, and Nichula is off the bench. A huge blow. It's Ranul who has replaced him. It's a man-to-man defense and a turnover. Well, now AIS have the advantage. One of the key players is on the bench for AIS. Samuel finds his luck, fails though. Joshua Lee in position, passing it out to Pasan Lienege. Pasan finding options. And a pushing foul on Bevan Samuel, the skipper. It's 2 shots. Since it's a team fouls, Pasan Lienege will be having his time on the free throw line. He would badly want to score these 2 points. Fails miserably on the first one. Crucial and valuable points. Neither of the teams have capitalized on their free throws. We just saw earlier Bevan and Tahir missing a lot of free throws. Foul by Ranul. AIS will retain possession. Stefan to Skipper. Skipper Bevan. 2-point lead. 1.5 minutes to go. What a shot! 3 people were defending Bevan right there in the middle lane, but he finds his way through for a 2-pointer. And he draws the foul. And one play, 62-63. He scores this free throw. The game is squared, and it's just 1.5 minutes to go. What can Bevan Samuel do here? The skipper, the big man. And it's 5 fouls on Pasan Lienege, another key player on the bench. Nichola on the bench due to a cramp. Pasan Lienege on the bench due to 5 fouls. Bevan does well. Game. Bevan does well, and the lead is back on the AIS outfit. 62-64. And it's a travelling violation for Gateway. Well, that's what free throws can do. They can change the perspective of the game anytime. AIS led in this game with 2 points. What a game it has been. What a final.
Well, I would say if Gateway loses, the ultimate responsibility goes to the Gateway coach, because he didn't rotate the players. He didn't rotate because their key players out with a cramp, and also the other key player who is out with 4 fouls. In fact, 5 fouls. When he was in 3 fouls, he should have taken him off and reserved him for the final few minutes. So that didn't work out. So less than a minute to go, 40 seconds to go, 66-62. AIS leading, turnover to AIS, and Gateway seems like losing the plot at the moment. Well, if Gateway can hold on to it, 32 seconds, they have to make something out of it. All what they can Gateway do is they have to draw these fouls in to get those 2 shots in. But in the meantime, AIS sensibly just killing time. So 20 seconds to go.
62-66. AIS doing all the talking here. And a timeout in favor of Gateway, but you are too late, Mr. Coach. 62-68. What a game it has been. AIS turning tables here with 15 seconds to go in the final quarter. 2 of the key players out in the bench for Gateway. Coach to blame it all. He should have rotated the players and made sure that he has them during the final quarter. Nichola Lienege out on the bench due to a cramp, and Pasan Lienege out on the bench due to 5 fouls. As Clifford clearly mentioned, he should have taken Pasan when it was 3 fouls on his card. Poor decision making by the Gateway coach. It's 15 seconds to be precise to go on the clock. 62-68. 6-point lead on AIS. Ajit Kurupu will be happy. And he will have a lot of talking to do with the players during these last 15 seconds. They would not want to do anything rash, anything out of the plot. AIS stepped into this game as the favorites, and Gateway did come back, did bounce back into the game during the 3rd quarter. But during the final quarter, it's not been going in their way. It's not been going in their way. It's Ranul and Steve who has replaced Pasan and Nichola. Blame it all on Mr. Coach. Sapta will take the inbound pass for Gateway. Gateway will have the possession with 15 seconds to go and a lead of 6 points. Romesh Fonseca, what can he do? Sapta, you need to go for a 3-pointer. No, Romesh goes for the 3-pointer. Oya ball set out of bounds. 6 seconds to go. 62-68. AIS having the lead. Full court trap, but too late. Hasita Pereira just wasting the time of the clock. It's all over for Gateway. 62-68. Triple champions for the year 2015. Asian International School. Crowned as the kings of the International Basketball Championship 2015. 62-68, a comfortable 6-point victory. Pretty disappointing from the end, from the gateway end. Clifford?
Well, like I said, but it's very unfair for us to blame one man, but ultimate responsibility, the coach should take it, because he had a player with 4 fouls, one of his key players, playing for a longer time. He should have rested him. And also we had an injured player, one of the key player, who was playing throughout the game. So that is not the way you rotate your team. On the other hand, Ajit Kurupu once again proved his masterclass by rotating the players, executing his plans, and bringing his team from back and winning this championship. Fantastic game here. Gateway College, they led, but unfortunately they lost. But on the other hand, being led, winning this championship, AIS, congratulations.
Indeed, Clifford, congratulations out from the team. ThePapare, it's the end of the International Basketball Championship. AIS winning the match very well. And speaking about ThePapare.com, you can find us on all social media platforms: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and SoundCloud. And of course, the photographs published on ThePapare.com are available for purchase at reasonable rates. And reminding you about the platform for the younger generation, for ThePapare, you can find all the news about the younger generation of sports on www.facebook.com/ThePapare. And with that, we'll be wrapping up the International Basketball Championship coverage. My name is Lelumem, together with Clifford Surendran. Over and out for ThePapare.com, sharing the passion.